Hello everyone and welcome back to the Last Cloudia video. My name is DK and today we're going to be going over the newest unit that has arrived for the 3.5 anniversary. We do have Adele. Now, there's a lot of excitement around Adele right now just because of how cool he looks, and honestly, when I saw the reveal and we kind of took a look at his kit, I definitely knew that he was going to be very good. So I went ahead and did my pull. I have a pull video, guys. I know I haven't uploaded yet. It's been kind of doing other things right now, but I will upload that. I will only show that what I got here was Adele, which I mean is kind of ideal. It's a big thing, but definitely check out the pull video. It was definitely a crazy morning for me. For once, I didn't just wake up right away and start pulling. I kind of waited, gave it some time, saw what everybody else is doing. Congratulations again to all the other people out there that have pulled Adele and the ARG and all that other stuff. That's crazy. I really thought that everybody in the community got Adele. I feel like they gave him away for free at some point. So congratulations, guys, if you guys pulled him. He's a really fun unit. So I did manage to build him already. And honestly, I'm going to be 100% with you guys. This is probably one of the easiest builds I've done in quite some time. For me, was only really two ways to build them. And we'll kind of go over both. There are other ways, of course, but I think to maximize the full potential of the unit, I did find two very useful ones. I know there's, like I said, there's a lot. There's a Goddess Kiss one you can do. There's all types of builds that you can probably go with him. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead and do Pursuit build and then a high damage dealt build. So like, the biggest damage you can possibly do. Of course, it's not ideal. There's stuff you have to do. You get the right multipliers, the right skills to get to the high peaks of like the damage, but we'll definitely talk about that. So as you can see here, this is my build. So he does have res a lot on his ailment resistances, so I went ahead and added some stuff to make him nil in certain areas. I didn't use any SC on that. That's what's great about him. You only need to use accessories. Well, I have some accessories. Of course, they're a little bit harder to get, but there is one specific one you can get in the multiplayer shop that can make him nil across the board like that. I just don't like to be stunned. I don't like to be cursed. It's just two things that irritate me the most. So, I'd like to be nil, and that especially if you're going to be upfront dealing damage. As you can see here, we do have a nice HP at 11k. SCR is at nice 2574. Defense is great. M&D is looking good for those Proud Force procs to keep him, alive and healthy. Also his defense outside of this and his kit is very good. Overall, a very solid unit. We've gone over the skills. We've seen them in the video. And I'm sure you guys checked out the anniversary. I'm sure like a lot of you have already started playing with the unit. You guys know what they do. But of course, one of my favorite ones is his S1. Now it closes the gap immediately. Then you can go ahead and start your chain of combos. The other two, Grand Ride and Brave Strike, you will have to kind of lean in a little bit. So I think speed will play a small factor if that's what you want to start off with. But ideally you want to start off with the S1 and then kind of chain into the other ones because it's a lot easier. I really do like his S4, one of my favorites right now, because I love the scream in the video. I don't know if I have my volume down. I don't know if anybody else can hear, but I remember him screaming in the S4 in the video. I don't really hear it. I don't know if it's a headphone thing. I don't know. If you guys are having the same issue, drop in the comments below. Maybe it's just me. Now going over his traits. Now this is something that really did shine in the video. I really love the traits himself. They were very good. Not many conditions. Really, he can switch between fire and light, which is awesome with the flick of a button inside of his kit. It's really cool. So we have Holy Enchant not set. So this means when he has his fire active, you basically get a 45% to fire damage and a 25k cap. You also do get flinch resistance to fire, earth, physical, and magical, which is amazing. For Holy Enchant, whenever you activate it, you do get light damage 45 and damage cap plus 25k. Resistance to flinch on light and dark physical attacks. So I do absolutely love that. There's nothing conditional there, just raw damage. I love what they did. He does have continuous brave, which is going to give him 35% to SCR, so that's super solid to get automatically. On boss wave, SCR is plus 20% more, so that means on boss, which is the wave that's going to matter the most, he's going to get the most SCR boost. But then even then, when his special activates, he gets another 15% of all living allies to SCR defense, INT, M&D, excluding the unit to units SCR and deals damage. So basically, whenever you do his ult, you're basically pulling 50% from all living allies on all those stats, and that's going to help you cap on your ult, which is pretty nice. Boost special damage cap based on number of living allies, max 45k. So it's very nice to see that. I do like, like again, nothing conditional, just raw damage. I do love it, and it's very simple. Now, I feel like the simple just kind of carries over to the kit, and we'll jump into that here shortly. As you can see, I don't have anything awakened. I went straight for the ward first. It was 100 to special damage, so we can just click on that to kind of show you. So yeah, I went for the ward first because I tend to kind of ignore them sometimes, so I went ahead and got that first. And then, of course, I'll go ahead and continue with the awaken. I'm probably just going to stick with the awaken 4 for now, but it's just extra stats. Stats are good, right? So here's Awaken 5, full board and locked, which is great. To maximize his damage, you're definitely going to want to do the E5. Make sure you complete his board. Really, really good stuff. Now going on to my build, we do have several ways to build this guy. Now, like I said, this one is going to be a pursuit build. We can go ahead and start off with the equipment. I did grab, I'm sure everybody did, because there's some really neat stuff whenever you pull for like the UR banner and all the creds kind of add up. So why not pull all the paid equipment? So I did get his paid sword and his paid armor. Very, very good. I do recommend if you do get the creds and stuff like that from pulling on the 9600 UR banner, go ahead and grab the sword and the armor. They're great. When one weapon is equipped, you get fire and light damage plus 30%. You also get damage cap plus 3k. And then you get an extra 1500 from more to bosses. That's so solid. The only thing that I didn't like is just there's only attack. No health, no MND, no defense, nothing. No MP, nothing like that. It's just a flat raw attack stat up. Maybe later on they'll let us Godforge it. Maybe we can add some more stats. That'd be really cool. For the Grand Milled Solar Suit, it's a really cool name. Damage taken from bosses minus 10%. Continuous Grand Forward effect, which is very nice, and it won't faint from enemy attacks. He does come with auto high protection, so just even more protection for him. Really, he can tank. He really can. So adding defensive measures wasn't really that ideal. So again, we'll talk about it here shortly. For accessories, I went with Myth Relief. It does give you a nice little. It's on a general arc too, by the way. Old Balin's general arc. You can go ahead and pull this AER out of there. It gives you 200 points to your health, 65 to your SCR, and then when sword's equipped, you get a boost movement speed just to kind of help you run around a little bit, and then your skill damage plus 10%. Amulet of Vow. Now, this is not something that you can pull right away. It's an AER, I believe, on Holy War. But the reason why I like it is because we get 200 health, defense 31, MND 57, but you also get damage from bosses minus 5. And when there are at least 2 living allies, damage from enemies is another minus 10. So nice little defensive measures. Now, this is the ring that's actually going to give me res across the board. Now, if you don't have this and you want to go ahead and secure your res stuff, you can go ahead and go to the MP shop, and I believe this ring is still in there. This will give you pretty much the same thing except for the health, but res across the board, and this will put him nil to curse, stun, and illness, and it will help out on the blind and the silence, which silence really won't play a factor. Don't worry about that. If you don't feel like using any of that stuff and you want to just go ahead and take the risk on getting stunned or anything like that, there's several other things you can run. There is the Hail Sovereign's Ring for an extra 1k cap. There are, for some survivability, the Adventurer's Dog Tag. I believe that one's on, I forgot what arc that was. But I mean, guys, again, use what you have. It really just comes down to what you guys have in your kit. But just look for more like physical percentage damages, stuff like that, like Myth of Relief, or like I said, you want to cover your bases on the reses, you can do that as well. We'll go ahead and leave that there because that's not going to change much here. Now, going on to the skill set, this one is going to be my pursuit build. Now, the way I look at it here, the 2 builds are going to be really based on how what your fight's going to be. If you're going to go in for, they are highly resistant to you, I would go more of a single wield high percentage damage character. If you know that the character is going to be weak to fire or light, I would go in with pursuit. Just my opinion. Of course, you guys do whatever you want. That's the beauty of the game. There's a lot of freedom. Have fun with it. I'm just here to help out in little areas, and then you can build with whatever all the information I give out. So now moving on to the skill set. Now, like I said, there are 2 ways to build him for this video. We're going to do either pursuit or we're going to do high damage, and we'll kind of go over the real reasons here. So the reason why I want to do pursuit and why I would think it'd be a great idea is if you know the enemy is going to be weak to fire, I would definitely do pursuit for the maximum damage. If you're going to be using, if they're going to be like a little bit resistance to, fire, I would probably go more of the high damage route. Or if you just like to see big numbers, go the high damage route, honestly. Whatever you guys want to do. I just want to give you these 2 options so you kind of work with what I'm giving here, and then you go to make your own Adele. Of course, that's the beauty of this game is there's so much freedom to do what you want. Don't let anybody try to discourage you on what you're doing. I know there might be some crazy reason why you're doing what you're doing, and trust me, I won't question you. But these are the 2 builds that we're going to talk about today. So like I said, pursuit build is more, I feel like it's going to be, if you know that the enemy's going to be weak, the high damage is going to be, let's say they have a little resistance and you want to push forward with big numbers. So we'll start off with the pursuit. So we have attack 2. It's only 2 SC. I didn't really know where to put it. Of course, maybe if I did maybe like a HP up plus or something like that, I'd probably do that for more HP. But he does come with a very significant amount of HP already, and he's very tanky. So that's why I kind of like just do more towards percentage to SCR. You know what I mean? So we do have attack up max, which is 15%. We do have fighting spirit, which is 10% to HP and SCR. We do have a fighting spirit max, another 15% to SCR and HP. Triple threat, HP, defense, SCR, 10%. Now, for the crits, he does come with crit 3 already, which is amazing. I love when units come with crit 3 because it's so much cheaper to build a pursuit if you try to go that route. You have critical 1 and critical 2. This is a total 5 SC for a total of 7% to critical, plus the 8%. Great value. We do have advanced aim vitals, proud force for survivability and health, and to maintain that health. He does come with Divinity Buster and Divinity Shield, which is amazing. The fact that he gets minus 20% damage from Dragon, God, Spirit, and Undead. Really, really good. And then he gets his anti-type. We don't really have anything to do with counters, so, you know, special, physical, that's where he's going to benefit the most. Special boost to help out, 50% to anti-type. Amazing. High protection. This is going to be great for physical. 35% to physical damage. This is absolutely crazy. And then he also gets fort, which is the grand fort from his armor, which is 35% to his defense. Again, this dude's stacked if you get his paid equipment. I know he didn't come with Granado crit. At 9 SC, why not, right? His kit was so good. Already very well, highly maintained on the SC saves. I said, why not throw the auto crit at 9 SC? Now, if you want to do like a burst unit to clear ways faster and save the SC, go with auto crit and then use the SC for whatever you feel like is necessary. Because like I said, not everybody's going to have the same stuff I do. I did try to keep this close to a general build. I know that the higher percentage, bigger numbers is going to require some stuff from like URs and whatnot. So we'll talk about that, of course. But right now, this one will be really good against that weakness. So we do have Fury 2, which is really good. Close to death, STR minus 30. It is a little bit difficult for him to get to that low state, but especially with Awaken 2, he'll recover a lot of that quickly. You can use Awaken 1 and Awaken 2. If you're having trouble surviving, Awaken 1 will proc with Awaken 2. So, you know, if you need to use this for extra survivability, go ahead and do it. You can take off the critical and use the Awaken. Just if you're struggling, that's what you would use that for. Orador, it gives you critical rate at 10% plus at max HP. Proud Force procking, you should have no issues recovering that and getting that proc. Flames of Justice, I love this. I wish we saw more of these. Fire and light damage, I love this. Plus 30% damage and 10,000 cap. The fact that they gave us both elements in one skill is so damn good. Really happy we got that. This one's great to have. When defeating an enemy, recover 10% HP. When defeating an enemy, recover 5% MP. Now I'm using this because I'm running Sharp Eyes. Of course, a lot of people do run Sharp Eyes to maintain that MP. Very, very good. Pirate's Feast, I don't like to run skill charges anymore. I don't mind. He does have quick trigger, so you will start off with a skill at the beginning of the match. It is random, of course, but with pose of actually you could probably run. I'll probably teach him that. You get SC. That's one thing I'm missing. I am missing something. So once you get a kill, you can cover SCT. So that's probably one you want to run instead. So I probably would take out that 2 SC and run. I forgot what it's called. Pose of. I get confused with these. Pose of Glory, I think is what it's called. I think so. Yeah, so that's something you can run. Anything with SCT recovery, you definitely want to do. I don't know why I thought of that right now, right? Piercing, which is really good. Physical attacks have a chance to greatly reduce enemies' defenses. I went ahead and threw on Chivalrous Mindset. This is really good. It's on a general arc. Sword and armor equipped, which is his main thing. So you get an STR and armor defense plus 50%. So dang good. Since this is a pursuit build, I'm getting an extra 10% to my extra attacks, which is 3 SC, which is really good. We also do have Shockwave 2. Physical attacks have a chance to nullify enemy guard. He did come with Favorite Sword, Doppelhander, and Doppelhander 3, so I said why not throw on doppelhander boost for the extra damage cap and 10% damage boost. So really nice. Sword high boost is a no-brainer. That's 30% to physical. You definitely don't want to miss out on that. Make sure you guys are running it. I didn't even care that his kit didn't even have it. So like I said, super good. Armor high boost. When armor is equipped, defense plus 20, damage taken from bosses minus 10. If you are struggling again, you can run armor boost. Ideally, I don't think he needs it. Armor HP plus, armor equipped to get an extra 10% to HP. Very nice. Now this is really just depends on what you want to do. I like his skill 1 breakthrough. I have it highlighted for this reason specifically. If you have skill 1 breakthrough, I do like his S1 because of how fast it is and it closes the gap. You get an extra 1,000. Yeah, let's say skill 1, upper left hand skill, blah blah blah. Damage cap 500. When only one weapon is equipped, you get also 1,500. I'm sorry, 1,000 instead. So I do like that because of how fast, like I said, how fast his S1 is. If you are struggling with his S3, the skill 3 boost is nice. It's only a 10% minus 10% recovery, but you do get a 20% increase. So it really just depends. I'll probably keep it at skill 1 for right now. But I really do like his S1. It's really quick, kind of similar to like Nero's was. Purple Orb, a lot of people got it whenever DMC came around, so of course an extra S3, very good. Quick trigger is free, love it. You get a random stock. Sharp eyes, of course. I know a lot of people use sharp eyes, so no issues there. Giant killing 2, and then Berserker. He does maintain his health pretty well, so 30%. The physical attack for Berserker is very highly used. I don't see why you wouldn't. Now moving on to his next free stuff, he does have fair and square. For this one, you have physical attack damage plus 20%, damage cap plus 2k to enemies without status ailment. So make sure you guys are not running V or melee. You will nerf the damage cap. So ideally, you definitely want to make sure we get every single piece of damage, out of Adele. So yeah. No ailments, guys, unfortunately. But like I said, he's just pure raw damage. So, I love it. Fair and square. So good. We have pair with swords equipped, chance for critical damage minus 40, and then Unbreakable Spirit. While unit is alive, and all allies are incapacitated when taking lethal damage, survive with 1 HP and get a 7-second nullified damage buff taken buff. Durability is max HP times 3 once per wave. That's just really neat if everybody's dead. My units don't really all die, so it's just really random. It saves your ass in a random situation. So guys, like I said, you probably at the end of this, you probably will have a little bit of SC to play with. Now I have 90. Let's say I did take out this 2 up here, I would have 4 SC left, or whatnot, or I could take this off and just add more to my STR, another 8%. So really just use it on whatever you have. It's not gonna make or break the character. Again, this is a pursuit build. Now if we were gonna go now, just to kind of give you an idea of this pursuit build, because I want to try to do things a little bit different for these videos. I don't want to make them too long, but all right guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and test out the pursuit build real quick. Now I am gonna be running Adele. Now the arc I have chosen for the pursuit build will be Icy Guardian. There's not much the choices that we can use, but Icy Guardian will work. I am going to be running Gin here for Honey Elixir, and to group with the enemies, I will be using Theo. Tell me how you guys UR ticket went. What did you guys decide to use? I know a lot of people are kind of deciding on Gwar, Great War Ruin, Theo, and what is that? Like Council of 10. Tell me what you guys thought about that. That was pretty cool, right? I really did like that. So we're gonna go ahead and blast off with Honey Elixir. We'll go ahead and give him his charisma. Now, for the pursuit build, we're gonna go ahead and look at the whites. Really, you're gonna see like 53 stuff like that, but you're gonna notice how fast he's gonna kind of nuke everybody. So we'll target here, and then we'll start his S3 right there, 54. Like, look at the numbers, and you can actually see like the additional hits there. 19 hits on the S2. It's pretty nuts. We'll do that again. I feel like this is like one of the a pretty fast clear for a pursuit build. Yeah, because I know I tested this on Balin. It took a little bit longer, but I believe he can actually wipe them all out in one go. Rolling. Speaking of rolling, get out of here. But yeah, so I just feel like if they're like right now, I am making them weak to fire. So, you know, this is, like I said, gonna work, you know, really well in this situation. And again, this charisma gives me an extra 2k. So it's a very nice charisma. We'll use my there. And then we'll go ahead and, like I said, it's S1. So fast. Yeah, S1's so good. Look at that. Look at all those numbers in between. 54. Those are all pursuit damage. 49, 57. Yeah, the additional hits doesn't. I feel like whenever you're fighting it weak, it doesn't really add up. It's just a lot better in my opinion, versus just like really big numbers. You know, at a set hit count. So that's why I was saying, you know, more or less, you know, that's why I would do it that way. Now, the other way we can do it, now we can definitely make it, you know, bigger numbers by adding, you know, crazy stuff like Balin. Balin gives you a nice little increase. If you really wanted to, as a party, you can run Linnaeus. Now he does come with his circle, which, you know, greatly nukes a resistance. So, you know, ideally you wouldn't be using Adele by himself. So, you know, team comp is a big deal for him. All right, guys. So now moving on to like the higher DPS side of Adele. Now, a lot of this is not practical. I'm gonna be real with you. Now, if you want to get to a high number, you know, you will have to acquire some URs, stuff like that. Of course, also team building is going to be very beneficial. Like right now, Balin will give me an extra 4k cap with his charisma. You know, we all know that Team Keely gives a nice little cap as well. So, you know, really, the stuff that I added onto his kit to get like the bigger numbers is not practical because not everybody does, you know, has these URs. I went ahead and took off all of the critical, all the critical stuff, and then I went ahead and attached Mimic God. Now I'll give you a reason why I did this. So before we get any, like I said, it's not practical, but this is why, you know, I want to display high damages from him. From basically, you know, what I have. We do have light high drive and light mega drive. Both 30% to physical and special, with Mega Drive giving me an extra 2k cap. You know, I did remove MP recovery because this is more of a high damage burst kind of a unit. So I went ahead and took that off. So this is, you're going to see some, you know, kind of big numbers. Now the reason why I'm using God, I'll go ahead and read this to you real quick. So I am using Divine Beast Balmite. Now what this one is give reverence buff to God type ally with the highest SCR. While unit is alive, give that ally physical attack damage cap plus 2k. So a nice little 2k cap from this. And then we have Stinky and not Stinky, but Tinky and Balin with that 4k. So let's go ahead and run this real quick, and we'll kind of demonstrate, like, you know, good numbers coming out of Adele real quick. So I do really like this type of build. Again, if you're struggling with damage cap, you know, this is, like I said, there's so many ways to do this. I'm a big fan of Pursuit. I like the additional attacks because unlike, you know, Roland and Balin, they came with additional attacks. You know, Adele didn't, and that's where I felt like he fell a teeny bit short. But I really can't talk bad about Adele because this kid is just so freaking good. So I wanted additional attacks. That's why I proceeded with the Pursuit build. So first we'll go ahead and attach Honey Elixir. Then we'll go ahead and give myself, oh, I have Honey Elixir with them, nice. We'll give the Charisma. And then we'll go ahead and bring them together with Theopolis. And then from here, we'll go ahead and test out the damage cap. So we'll start off with his S1. We're at 92. And then S3, 100k. Yeah, see? Not the most practical way of setting it up, but, you know, it's big damage. Big numbers. People like to see it, and I get it. I totally understand. I'm like that sometimes too, but this time I want to just go ahead and go with the Pursuit build. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that one more time because he, like I said, he just melts things. He's such a great unit. This is the light side of him as well. I used the fire one in the previous build. This is the light, just to kind of demonstrate the flip. We'll go ahead and do one more run. We'll go ahead. Maybe we can find, let's see if we can find another support. Maybe, let me see. Let's see if we can find another support. I don't think we have, if I had Terra Melt on him, we could do that, but okay. Yeah, we'll just, you know, screw it. We'll just go ahead and run these three again. Now, yeah, 100k is just, it's a lot of fun to see. It really is. But again, I had to set up Balin. I had the Balmite. I had my 6k from my, you know, I believe, let me make sure real quick that I'm almost positive that Balin is not stronger. Yeah, he's at, yeah, 150. Yeah, no. And then he is at 488, 49. Yeah, definitely. And look at all these buffs, man. So good. So yeah, let's go ahead and just kind of start it off from where we started. Let's do charisma again. We'll do honey elixir on Adele. Either way, I feel like he's gonna nuke. There's really no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Put them together, and then we'll just S3. Yeah, I feel like with the pursuit, he can kill everybody in one hit. So, you know, pick and choose what you guys want to do. If you want to see bigger numbers, you want the extra attacks, I would definitely do that. But we're about to close out the video. Like I said, he's just so easy to work with. That's what's so great about his kit, and that's why I definitely recommend if you're missing a fire unit, if you didn't get rolling in the 3rd anniversary, this is a must pull for you guys for your roster. So good. Now going over additional, I know we're using the UR. We're going over additional arcs here. We can go ahead and talk about what are the arcs that you can use for him. There's not many. I mean, there are, but there's not. We have Sword of Corpses. Again, I always talk about Secret of Mana. He gets a lot of buffs in the beginning, so you know, getting that 30% at 6 buffs is very nice. HP, defense, all the way around, really good if you guys have it. Sword of Corpses is really good for, you know, critical damage if you need to do that. Icy Guardian is going to be the perfect one for pursuits. Swordsman Tail, again, a general arc, really good. Balin's old arc, basically proportional to the enemy size, max 40%. Very good. You know, really whatever you guys have, just make sure you guys are reading your traits and stuff to match. Of course, learning is everything in this game. You know, it's just all about just reading these little things here and there. Let me see. You know, it's non-attribute, so no, you don't want to use that. From Zero, if you guys have this one, great arc. SCT recovery speed, skill damage. Just really, he won't benefit from the Grand Brave or Grand Aura. Doesn't really matter. But the SCT recovery and the skill damage is very nice. Stats over here look really good. Like, again, kind of go with what you have. If you have the Eldrav arc, great, you're set to go. For single will damage, you know, if you did manage to pull the new arc, which is really cool. 8k at burst, you know, really cool as well. So again, guys, I know I don't know if this was helpful, but like, I know probably a lot of people are already building this guy. It's super easy, a lot of fun. I really do enjoy him. Arena, he does decent in Arena. I kind of messed around with him a little bit, but I probably wouldn't use him in Arena myself. I know other people are, but you know, to each their own. Honestly, when it comes to Arena, build with what you have, because that's really what it comes down to. But guys, again, thank you so much for watching this video today. I appreciate you guys. If you guys like today's content, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. We will be doing a podcast tomorrow, so make sure you guys check it out. It'll be me, John, and Zero. We have quite a bit to talk about. I know a lot of it's already been talking about, but you know, we just like to hang out and chill. So if you guys are into that, you guys just stop by. But I hope all of y'all's pulls are, you know, going wonderful. Hope you guys have a lot of fun. 3.5 just started. A lot of stuff to do. Get to grind and get those materials out of the way. Make sure you guys are doing that event. I mean, there's insane stuff up for grabs on that event. They did wonders for this anniversary. The UR ticket, I mean, damn, you guys are in for a crazy ride. Or already started. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.